Waring, alias the Falcon. It's a wonderful place, New Orleans, with its colorful Mardi Gras, which attracts visitors from all over the world. Its quaint old-fashioned French Quarter. Yeah, a wonderful place. But over at a small airport on the outskirts of the city, Steve Brady and Len Marshall, owners of an air freight line consisting of a couple of second-hand DC-3s, didn't think so. Not this morning, anyway. For they were on the verge of going broke.
Well, figures don't lie, Steve. We're deep in the red. Unless we get a couple of healthy cargoes, our creditors are going to own Braemar Airways.
Go ahead and say it, why don't you? I've been paying too much attention to Lois and not enough to business. That's it, isn't it?
You ought to know.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
May I speak to Mr. Brady or Mr. Marshall?
Oh, he's Marshall and I'm Brady. What can we do for you?
You have a cargo plane leaving tomorrow.
For Puerto Rico?
No, for Martinique.
Martinique? Who told you that?
This bank draft of $5,000 told me.
Hey, it's already made out to us, Braemar Airways.
Mm-hmm.
Why don't you have a seat?
Thank you.
Okay. Now, what's the catch?
Oh, there's no catch. The money is to pay for bringing my son and I to Martinique.
Oh, well, lady, we don't have any charter for carrying passengers.
No, I know that.
You know, and yet you had the draft made out to us? Now, why were you so certain that we'd do it?
I was told that you're in financial difficulties.
The police after you?
Oh, no. No, I just arrived from Paris. Here's my passport.
Jeanette Andrews.
Look, Steve, this is pretty risky. We stand a chance to lose our charter if we do it.
Oh, the whole works otherwise if we don't. And don't forget it. Okay, Ms. Andrews, it's a deal.
Good.
Well, we take off at 7 in the morning. Don't be late.
At 7? But my son, Eric, he won't arrive here until 7:45.
Oh? Okay, we'll wait.
Good. Oh, there are two small favors I would like to ask of you.
Okay, I'm listening.
Do you possibly know of a quiet place where I could remain until the plane leaves?
My partner and I have our quarters in the back. You can take my room and I'll bunk with him.
Oh, thank you very much.
Now, what was the other favor?
Oh, would it be possible for you to meet my son at the bus terminal when he arrives tomorrow? He's attending military school and will most likely be wearing a uniform.
Consider it done.
Oh, thanks. Oh, I'll go and get my luggage. It's outside. Thank you.
Hey, Steve, this smells like trouble, and we got plenty of that already. Why don't you give it back this dough and call it off?
What, and pass up a chance to get us almost out of the red? Not on your life.
Yes?
The head of your son's military school, Mr. Drake, is calling long distance, sir. He says it's urgent.
Put him on.
Mr. Andrews?
Speaking.
I'm terribly sorry to have to tell you this, but your son, Eric, is missing.
Missing?
Since early this afternoon, after he received a phone call.
Phone call? From whom?
He didn't say. I had the local police try to locate him, but without success.
He probably went A.W. Royal to visit a friend. I'm sure he'll turn up. Keep in touch with me.
I will, Mr. Andrews.
sorry, but he wasn't on the 7:45 bus.
He said he would be.
Perhaps he couldn't make it for some reason or other.
Oh, that's possible.
But he might be coming in on a later bus. Now, I'll tell you what. I'll go back and wait for him.
Oh, would you be so kind and do that, Mr. Brady?
I'd be very happy to.
Oh, thank you. And please call me the moment he arrives, will you?
I will. And don't worry about a thing.
All right.
Long distance.
I'd like to place a person-to-person call to Mr. Preston Andrews of the Utilities Advisory Board, Washington, D.C.
Did you try to trace the call?
Of course, but it came through a public phone booth.
What do you make of it, Mike?
Well, it has all the earmarks of what we both think it is. Of course, I could be wrong.
You could be right. Strange he made no mention of money.
That'll come later.
Yes, it might have been. Are you ready to leave right away, Mr. Andrews?
Yes, I am.
And I suggest that you and Mike get right down to the airport. Oh, and another thing. You haven't been photographed in a long time, Mr. Andrews. It might be wise to have Mike impersonate you on first contact.
Whatever you say, Mr. Blake. Shall we go? Surely. Goodbye, Mr. Blakeman. Thank you.
Right?
Thanks, Blake. It was 10:15 when Andrews and I took off. And 3 hours and 15 minutes later, we were in New Orleans, where I contacted Lieutenant Hill of the local police and asked him to meet us at the Bayou Hotel.
All right. Well, looks like you climbed up the wrong tree, Mike.
Just what do you mean by that, Lieutenant?
A boy answering the description of your son arrived here this morning on the 7:45 bus. Alone.
Alone?
Yes. And then disappeared. No one was paying very much attention to him.
Does he know anybody here in New Orleans? No, I'm positive. Well, do you have any idea who made that phone call to him at school? I don't know. Back here.
Mr. Andrews?
Yes.
I'm the one who phoned you about your son.
Oh, well, come in. Where is he?
Well, I don't know.
What do you mean you don't know? You said on the phone that you...
Well, I do, but, do you mind if I sit down?
No, of course not. Has anything happened to him, an accident?
No, nothing like that, but... Well, maybe I better start from the beginning. I'm Steve Brady, half owner of the Braemar Airways. You can check my papers.
Go on.
Well, a woman came to our office yesterday and chartered one of our planes to take her son and herself to Martinique. She identified herself as Jeanette Andrews and asked me to pick up her son Eric at the bus terminal.
And did you?
Yes, I did.
Well, where is he? What's happened to him?
Well, we were on our way to the airport when my car was forced over to one side of the road by a couple of men with guns. They took the boy and said if I wanted to stay alive, I was to act as their go-between. That's when I phoned you like they asked me to.
Did you ever see any of these men before?
I didn't get a chance to see their faces. They were wearing rubber masks.
Do you have any idea where they took him?
No, I don't, Mr. Andrews. All I do know is that they want $50,000, and they're to contact me to let them know how and where the money is to be left. And please do me a favor, don't call the police. Because my neck is just as much in the sling as the boy's is. They said if anything went haywire, I wasn't long for this world.
All right, Brady. Let me know as soon as they contact you, and I'll send for the money. Oh, just a minute. Where's Mrs. Andrews?
Well, I don't know. She disappeared right after I told her what happened.
Waring, I want you to find my ex-wife. She's responsible for what's happened to Eric.
First things first, Mr. Andrews. Joe, tail that man. See if he checks out.
Okay. But you don't believe that Braid is a go-between?
Who knows?
But surely, why should he give you his real name and let you check his papers if he's in any way responsible for this?
There's such a thing as beclouding the issue with half-truths, Mr. Andrews. And I have a very suspicious mind.
All right. Thank you. Goodbye. He's not in school either. They too are looking for him. Oh, where can he be?
You better calm down, Mrs. Andrews.
Calm down. When my Eric is missing, when no one knows where he is?
Getting excited about it won't help us find him. If I only knew where he was, I'd go get him myself. My partner and I sure could use this $5,000, but I guess it's not in the cards. Here you are.
Oh, but please, Mr. Brady, he might turn up later today or tomorrow.
I'm sorry, we can't hold up the plane any longer. Len, you better get the plane ready. We're leaving for Puerto Rico in a half an hour. Well, as long as we're leaving, you can't stay here. I'd better get you to a hotel.
Mr. Brady, Eric. What about Eric?
Sorry, Mrs. Andrews. I'll call you a cab.
Hello?
Ready with your call to Washington.
Thank you.
Mr. Andrews' office.
May I speak to Preston? I mean Mr. Andrews.
I'm sorry, but he's out of town.
Oh, no. Oh, where can I reach him? It's very urgent.
Who is this calling?
This is Mrs. Andrews, his former wife. I must speak to him. It concerns our son, Eric.
Well, he's in New Orleans.
Here? In New Orleans?
Yes, you can reach him at the Bayou Hotel.
Oh, thank you ever so much. Goodbye.
Yeah, thanks. Well, Brady's clean. There's no police record on him. That goes for his partner, too. What do we do now? There's nothing we can do except wait for contact. Jeanette.
Preston, I'm almost out of my mind with worry. It's about Eric.
He wouldn't be in this predicament if it were not for you.
Then you know?
Yes, Jeanette. And if anything happens to him,
Oh, it won't. It can't. Please don't even think of it. I'd never forgive myself.
You should have thought of that before you tried to take him away from me.
Perhaps, but all I could think about were 2 long years I was away from him. Have you any idea what it means to be separated from someone that you love more than life itself? No. No, you wouldn't know that. All you ever thought about was money and social prestige.
But Jeanette,
That's what broke us up. But that's all over now. The only thing that matters is that we find Eric.
Wait a minute. You don't know?
Know what?
Well, didn't Brady tell you?
Brady? He went to the bus terminal, but Eric never appeared.
He told you that?
Yes.
you were right about him after all, Waring. Get me the police, would you, please? Lieutenant Hill, it's urgent. Mike Waring, Joe. It's cracked wide open. Yeah, I'll pick you up on the way to the airport. Yeah. Brady. You wait here, and if Brady calls, stall him. Oh, take it easy when you break the news.
What news? Are you hiding something from me?
Well, it's like this, Jeanette. Eric, But Brady didn't tell you the truth. Eric did arrive at the bus terminal.
He did?
Yes. But don't worry. We'll have our boy back safe and sound.
You know, Preston, you said our boy.
Oh, it's just a figure of speech. Where's Brady?
That's what I want to know. Told me to get the plane ready for Puerto Rico, and then he disappeared.
Take a look around, will you, Joe?
Hey, wait a minute.
Are you his partner, Marshal?
Oh. Yeah, what gives?
Eric Andrews, where is he?
Oh, that woman's kid? I don't know.
You sure you don't know?
Look, mister, I told you I don't know where the kid is. What's more, I don't give a...
Well, I do, mister. You play dumb and it'll get you nowhere fast. Now, you start singing and it better be good.
All right. Go ahead and arrest me. Won't do you no good. I told you I haven't seen the kid and I don't know where he is. That's that.
Kind of edgy, aren't you? No sign of him. Where does Brady hang around when he's not working?
Here, there, everywhere. I don't know.
Who's this? Look, chum, I don't want to get rough, but you're asking for it.
All right, I'm sorry. I'm just so burnt up over that Brady I could bite myself.
Who is she?
All right, that's Brady's girlfriend, Lois Jordan.
You know where she lives?
Yeah, 1228 Beechwood.
Think he may be there, Mike?
Could be, but if he isn't, maybe she can tell us where he is. Put this guy on ice, Joe, just for safekeeping.
Oh.
I'll call you later.
Hey, look,
All right, on your way.
Yes, Brady, I understand. Don't worry. The wire from my banker hasn't reached me yet, but he sent the money. Yeah.
Okay, I'll tell them and contact you later.
Dad's all right. He gives me everything I want, but he's so busy I hardly ever get to see him, and it gets kind of lonesome in school at times.
I know exactly what you mean.
I wonder what's keeping Mother.
Oh, didn't I tell you? She won't arrive until after dark. She's afraid somebody might recognize her and inform your father. That's why she had me bring you here.
Gee, I just can't wait to see her. It's been 2 years now.
That's quite a long time. Tell you what, why don't you go out in the garden and stretch your legs a bit? It'll do you good after that long ride.
I think I will, sir. Thank you very much for the breakfast, Miss Jordan.
Well, baby, tomorrow this time, we'll be rolling in money.
I'd rather have peace of mind, Steve. Get that kid out of my house.
Simmer down, Lois. There's nothing to worry about.
No? Well, for your information, I don't look my best in prison uniform.
But I'm just borrowing the kid for a couple of hours.
Slice it any way you like. It still adds up the same. And I don't want any part of it.
But you would like to help me spend it, wouldn't you?
Steve, you're hurting me.
You'll hurt a lot more if you don't behave. I'll be back in a little while. Don't think up any fancy ideas.
Who is it?
Parcel Post Special for Lois Jordan.
Put it on the porch, please.
Sorry, miss, but you're going to have to sign for it.
You can't barge in here like this. Get out or I'll call the police.
Well, I do? Where's Steve Brady?
Brady? I never heard of him.
But, Miss Jordan, that isn't so. Mr. Brady was just here.
Hello, Eric.
Hello, sir. Do I know you?
No, but I know your mother. Also your father. They're both waiting for you.
Dad, too? Here in New Orleans?
That's right.
I had nothing to do with it.
Where's Brady?
I don't know. Honest, I don't. He didn't say where he was going.
You're looking for me? Over there, Eric. It's a good thing I spotted you at the front door. So that's it. Mike Waring, the Falcon. You really had me fooled.
This will get you nothing but life, Brady.
You mean $50,000. Tie the boy's hands behind his back.
But, Mr. Brady.
Sorry, Eric, I have to do this. But a man has to think of his own hide.
Which won't mean much after a few years in prison.
You have to catch me first.
They will, rest assured of that.
Okay, over there in the closet. You too. All right, inside. Mr. Andrews, room 214. Hello, Andrews. This is Brady. Now, cut out the horseplay. I've got Mike Waring keeping your son company. Listen.
Yes. Lafitte Road. Travel north until I reach Bush with a white marker on the left-hand side of the road. Very well, Brady. The money will be there.
Good. Won't be long now. You pack a bag and meet me at the airport.
Miss Jordan,
Yes?
you know what it feels like to spend some time in prison? I don't mean just for a few months. I mean the rest of your life. You realize what that means. Caged like an animal, locked up every night. Told what you can do and what you can't do. Right here from now on. That's what you're asking for if you string along with Brady.
But I'm not going to string along with him any longer.
Well, it looks like you were going along with him.
Yes, I was going to meet him at the airport. I didn't have anything to do with this, Mr. Waring. I'm sorry for what I did do, but I just couldn't help myself.
That's all right. You made up for it.
Oh, here's your identification.
Where is he now?
He went to pick up the money. He called the kid's father and told him to drop it off at exactly 8 o'clock.
Where?
At the Lafitte Crossing, 15 miles east of town.
Look, take Eric to the Bayou Hotel and turn him over to his mother.
This is Brady. Get the plane warmed up. I'll be leaving in 5 minutes. Yeah. Oh, Mrs. Andrews. What are you doing here?
Waiting for you. You cheat, you liar. What have you done with my boy? Where is he?
Your boy? Well, I told you I was...
Lies. Nothing but lies. You didn't think that I would go and call my ex-husband, did you? But I did. And now I know everything.
Why don't you see a doctor? You're not making much sense.
You're not getting out of here until you tell me where my boy is.
Step aside. I'm leaving now.
Operator, will you please give me...
Never mind, operator.
Talk too much.
Well, you swing a mean shoe.
Oh, that's just a sample of what he'll get if he doesn't tell me where Eric is.
Whoa, wait a minute. Your son Eric is safe and sound in the Bayou Hotel.
You're not saying that just to make me feel good.
Why don't you go see for yourself?
Oh, thank you.
Well, Jeanette, I suppose you'll be returning to Paris soon?
That depends.
Depends on what?
On you, Preston. Will you do me a favor?
Of course. Anything you want. Just name it.
May I take Eric to Paris with me for a short visit?
Oh, I'm sorry. That's out of the question. The boy cannot leave the country with you.
Afraid of what your friends will think?
That was the court's decision, not mine.
You're thinking about your social friends. I can hear them now. Mark my words. No, she's taking Eric away to Paris. And before you know it, she'll be leading Preston around by the nose again. Poof. As if I would marry you again.
You could do worse, you know.
Gee, Dad, are you proposing to Mother?
I'd like to, son, but I'm afraid she'd turn me down.
Oh, you know very well that I never stopped loving you.
Go on, get out of here. Go.
Yes, sir.
Channel 62, Detroit.